Hang it first. Let's start. Ah. Scummy, welcome back. Yeah, this isn't this isn't super great for my posture. Anyway, well, point 0.7 milliwatts or 0.07. 0.32. So I'd like double what I'm getting. Actually, I should be looking at what comes after the wave coding more oppositions. 0.3. Yeah. Ow. 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 Okay. Let's try going with 4. If I get stuck, then all right, we're hitting the. I think we're hitting the map of the month. Something's. Okay. We're not getting much improvement done. So let's try adjusting the ace next. Let's see. So I did clockwise adjustment just now. See if I'm missing. Okay. Clockwise is giving us improvements. Okay. See that we can. All right. So clockwise showed improvements. Let's go clockwise one more time. Let's go a smidge more. Oh, wow. Switch up a little. All right, clockwise is still showing improvement, so let's go another clockwise. Like, I think it'd be better if I just redo the fiber port again. I think I'm maxing out the micrometer. Ah, shit. Oh well, it's okay. It's my own fault. I tried to be lazy and was like, "Oh, that'd probably be okay," but it was not. Oh, yeah, this is efficient. Yeah, just put the friggin' fiber port or fiber pin in first place. Put the pin in the first place. Yeah. Oh, let's see right now. That's fine. I think I got 0.12 some earlier, so it was higher than that. All my arms. Yeah. Ow, ow. Bedtime already? Sounds good. Thanks for popping by. Um, I want to get this fiber coupling done today, so I'm gonna just keep going. On the bright side, I have leftovers, so I don't need to go out and what do you call it? I don't need to go out. I don't have to worry about getting dinner before all the shops close. So I'm just gonna keep going until I get hungry. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, totally. Of course not. There's no dull risk. Yeah, yeah, of course not. What are you talking about? Yeah. But anyway, yeah, thanks for popping by. Yeah, take it easy, dude. Um, yeah, see you. Let's gotta, yeah, let's see. Uh, Although on a separate note, I think I was going clockwise. Clockwise, I think I was getting improvements. So let's go clockwise one more time. A smidge clockwise. Those are some good looking numbers. Not as good as before, though. So I guess the number to beat is 1.2 or 0.12. Of course, knowing that before we messed up all the alignments, we were able to get something like 1.3 some. Counterclockwise one more time. All right, good night. Yeah, let's gotta we'll go clockwise one more time. Let's see if we can get any improvement. If not, maybe two more times. Two more times. Just make sure we're not at some accidental minimum. And then if that doesn't work, we'll go back. Yeah, it looks like it's going down. One more time clockwise, and then we'll go back. Ow. 背中痛い。Yeah. Battery. All right, so we just aligned it, so let's go. もうちょっと欲しいな。147. Alright, that's going down. Let's do that the other way. The number to beat is 147. 147, and we're trying to approach it going clockwise this time. Ow. Okay, so we're able to get 154, maybe? Definitely 153. 154 based on how it fluctuates. Um, and we're going or no, clockwise. So we're pretty close to the most we can do. And clockwise just a smidge more and see if we can beat that 154. 155. You know that because of laser fluctuation, or power grip, or is it because of something? No, that's definitely 156. Definitely can hit 156. Yeah, okay, 156. We'll keep going clockwise again. So the number to beat is 156. And 156, the number to beat. We're at 154 in a bit. I think 156 is the most I can get. We'll do one more advance clockwise, and if I can't beat 156, then we'll dial back. So clockwise a little bit. Okay. So let's go counterclockwise a smidge. And move shift to it on the music. Got 153, almost there. Tinapaitin.背中痛い。 Yes. There we go, 151. Okay. Ah, 156. There we go. 156. Whew. Okay. So I can probably mess with this a little bit more. But I think really the rest is laser fluctuation. I mean, this is probably a laser fluctuation as well. But that it's hitting 156 right now. So rather than, well, we can fuss with it a little more. So we know that this is low. well. Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Next thing I want to check is what was this find? Let's grab another fiber port. Okay. Yep. So is the only thing wrong with the battery? So it works when it's plugged in. Let's see. Let's why don't we just leave it plugged in? What's okay? Seems sorry what? I was remotely logging out. The data wasn't so good for the temperature. Oh, did the room get warmer or something? Or actually, wait. Sorry, let me mute. Um, All right, now I'm back. Oops. 저기 쟤네끼리 뭐 번해도 뭐. It's going to got it done. Got it done. Got it done. やっぱ、もうちょっとしてね、飯食おうかな。おー、あ、でもさっき言って、so that looks fine. Oh, Marcy, sorry. Shit. 29. Okay, it's been a while. Shit, are you still there? That was, what do you call it? I was, a little too focused. Yeah. Sorry. Shoe culture. Actually, one of my dad's clients at one point was a shoe designer. My mom was really happy because she got a bunch of prototype shoes. Yeah. At one point, I considered interning for the guy. Or I say intern, but more like, just kind of um, look over his shoulder and see what kind of work they do. Um, but I didn't end up doing that. Um, but shoe culture, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it was really interesting. I do wish I kind of did end up doing that. At one point, I think I've mentioned this before, but I think it's really like the whole high heel, like crushing your toes thing always sounded really stupid to me. And so it's just kind of been a side kind of project in my head for a while where it's like, there must be a way to make high heels that like balance the load somewhere else on your foot. And so part of it was, maybe designing a workflow around that. It's something I still have on my mind. It's just I haven't really had the chance to kind of develop such a thing yet. So, and it's one of those things where I imagine it's hard because I don't hear any, I haven't heard of anyone doing that yet. It's obviously technologically much easier now than before, so part of that might be that, but like generative design is so common and so easy to do now. Like for generative design, right? All you have to do is just model the loads that the high heel experiences, and then so you just model the load and then the general shape that you want, and it'll tell you how to construct an object that can withstand that load. And I have to imagine that there is a way to kind of retain the general shape of a high heel without, um, well, I guess that's not true, right? Because the main issue with those high heels is that the load is you bear the load through the toes. So I guess you need a general model for why that happens first. And then you have to construct a model to shift the load or how to simulate shifting the load somewhere else. So anyway, so the point is it's not as straightforward, right? And I've kind of thought about this from time to time, but the reality is, if it were that easy, someone else would have done it already, right? Well, I do imagine part of it's just someone no one really wants to put the effort in, right? Because it's fashion, right? Like it just has to look good first of all. The comfort is kind of a secondary thing, right? So, but anyway, yeah. So let me move the laptop here. I was actually going to go for, I say go, but more like go up to the office for dinner. I think I'm going to do that about 10 o'clock. So I'm almost here, or I'm almost finished. It's just I need to. Well, the reason why I went to my the reason why I remembered my laptop was still on, of course, is because I need to go back to my Notion page and I need to figure out what part of my my detector is different because it's not behaving properly, essentially. All right, so this is the first one I built. And I'm pretty sure I validated... Yeah, I have data here that... I have data here of the detector working. So... Yeah, February 28th. The detector did work at one point. So, why doesn't it work now? I mean, I guess the first thing I should do is I should just disconnect it because it's possible there's like a short somewhere inside that's could potentially damage something else. So, let's take all that out. Oh, interesting. Okay. This channel has some weird noise in it. Okay, that's interesting. Well, still double check the detector because or does it? Or am I just triggering off of it, which is why it looks like that? Let's trigger off channel 1. Oh no, it's just total or it's bullshit noise. Okay, never mind. But that doesn't change the fact that oh, was it working and I was just triggering off some random crap? Maybe? Oh, let me put it back actually. So it's true because character in the animated Spider-Man movie won product placement. Well, so and I've mentioned before, like you can say like, oh, it's all, oh shit, I need a multimeter. I just disconnected all the cables before I labeled them. So now there's like 4 cables with, and if I flip any of the wires, it'll kill my parts. It's fine because I just need a multimeter. Where is it? There it is. Okay. It's just kind of got a little too excited. I should have thought that action through. Yeah, like so I've seen like videos of people going to like shoe. I don't know. Are they like conventions or are they like markets? I'm not quite sure, but it looks very interesting. Admittedly, I don't quite understand it, but I see people having fun. Like I can comprehend that, right? So. Let's see. So I want DC voltage. This is positive 15. It's in labels. Yeah. Slightly unrelated comment, but has to do with movies or the fact that I don't watch movies or haven't really been watching movies. I don't have a Netflix subscription, yada yada yada. Yeah, this preamplifier that I've been complaining about wanting, but I can't seem to nudge my PI nor my colleagues about buying one. Like I've kind of gotten to the point where I was doing the math, and I'm like, should I just buy it like out of pocket? And like, where are there's I was doing the math, and I realized for the movies, I will if I really wanted to. But the point I was just trying to get at was like, I think I'm like, there's only one thing I really spend money on significantly, right? Um, and that's food. I won't hesitate to spend money on food, um, or to get good, to eat good food. But everything else, I'm stingy AF, right? Like, yeah. So, and that is intentional, right? Because I want money available to me when I need it. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, let's think about all the movies I don't watch, all the subscriptions I don't have, or I choose not to get, and how much money that actually saves. I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, like like is it essentially is it on the order of $3,000? And I was like, if it is, then I can just say I've saved up enough money in the past. I should just spend it on a $3,000 preamplifier, and I won't really be necessarily be losing any money, right? And I was like, and I was doing the math, and I realized, well, like let's compare it. I could have had an unlimited plan. Like let's just say, for example, like with cell phones, right? Let's start with movies, just because that was the conversation, right? I don't have a Netflix subscription or Hulu or whatever the fuck, so I'm not spending at least $10 a month, and I haven't been for what since Netflix launched. But that's not a fair example. So let's say maybe in the past 10 years, I could have I just totally stopped watching movies, right? So it's like, okay, so 10 years, $10 per month over the course of 10 years. That's $120 a year, and then $1,200 over the course of 10 years, right? So that's for one subscription. And then let's say the same justification except with an unlimited data plan for your phone, right? And then I was like, okay, so in terms of being stingy, I've definitely saved over $3,000. So who's to say that I shouldn't just spend the money and just buy a preamplifier out of pocket? Like it's a work expense in some sense. So I could totally claim a tax deduction, right? And I need it, and I can afford it. Well, like it's one of those things where it's like it's getting to the point where I'm just wondering, like, if I can't convince these people to let me buy one, which is fair because it's not my money, it's my PI's money. He should obviously be the one to choose whether I should get it or not. But I've talked to so many people now, and they all agree. A lot of the shit that I do on a day-to-day basis is really just to avoid spending money. My life would be much easier if someone would just say, go ahead, spend it. And basically what I do on a day-to-day basis is really just gather enough data to justify spending, a few $100s. But this preamp is the one thing that people always hesitate. Every person I've asked is like, yes, that's right, and I totally agree with you, and I agree. I agree. I've agreed with them for 2 years now, right? Sorry, this has nothing to do with movies. It's just me complaining that I can't buy a preamp. I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, man, considering how much time I've wasted trying to, get authorization for this shit, maybe I should just buy one. Like, it's $3,000. That's fucking. I'd rather spend that money I'd rather spend that money on, like shit like movies and crap. Well, realistically, I wouldn't spend it anyway, but it would be nice to spend it on like entertainment stuff, right? But it's just gotten to the point where it's like, maybe like if I just buy it out of pocket and the preamp just shows up on the shelf, they might question it, but I think they're just probably going to be like, whatever, he must be borrowing it from someone else. It's like at this point, like, yeah. Like at this point, I don't know, man. It's anyway. No, sorry. Just everything just reminds me of this problem. Essentially, reminds me of this problem. Um, but yeah. I mean, honestly, it's shoes, right? Like, I mean, again, wait, no. Let's talk purpose with you. I can't remember. But like if I bought new shoes, man, my mom would celebrate. She's been, hey, don't you want to buy new shoes? She's brought this up at least like, I go home for like a week at a time usually, right? She brings it up at least twice a day. Like she would be so happy if I bought shoes. She'd be like, amazing, let's go get like jeans and shit to go with it. I'd be like, mom, chill. Like your parents are like that too. Yeah, they're like, oh wow, he's caring about fashion now. It's like, no, my shoes just wore out. Like the shoes I'm wearing right now were at $30 at Costco. I should have bought two pairs just so I don't have to buy new ones. Um, yeah, actually, it got a little bad. The original shoes that I was wearing were these like kind of them. They were kind of like slip on, but they were like kind of brown and they had like a mesh thing, so they breathe pretty well. But I wore them so much that there was a legit hole on the underside of one of the shoes. And I ignored it. I actually ignored that issue until it started raining. And once it started raining, I was like, okay, I better replace these shoes. But not until then. That's when I gave up. I gave up once it started raining, which I think is fair, right? Like I was like at that point I was like, okay, I'm being a little ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's definitely not, we're definitely not imagining things. That definitely isn't reading the right voltage value. So something's up with this detector. I'll have to check it. So swap it out. Yeah. Yeah, but like yeah, so I mean honestly, yeah, I mean if they're cool shoes, then by all means, right? I mean, I would say, I would hope that you're I would hope that you are building up a savings, like of some kind, right? Like I'm not saying you have to like dump all your money or all your leisure money into like an IRA or something. Actually, what really annoyed me was, did I mention? I don't know. This tax season, so I keep forgetting to clock hours. Part of this is because I just legit didn't work the hours, but part of it's also that I just don't want to. The issue with our punch out system is it's digital. So if I like forget to punch out, well, essentially this is what happens. I'll be in the office late working, and I'll forget to punch out. And by the time I punch out, it'll be early morning. But the punch out system assumes you'll punch out by midnight. So if you don't punch out before midnight, then it throws an error. And then when you try to punch out in the early morning, it treats that as not a punch out, but a punch in. Um, so, so because of that, whenever I get the feeling I'm gonna stay in the office late, I just don't punch in the first place, right? Because I don't want to have to punch, for it to throw an error during the punch out, and then I have to email admin and be like, hey, can you fix it? Um, so because of that issue, I haven't clocked like half the hours that I worked, which is fine. I don't necessarily need the money. I can survive. But the more important issue is because of that, my income this year was like half of what we were expecting. And because of that, I couldn't dump, about half the money I intended to into an IRA. And because of that, I couldn't get a deduction on my taxes. So I owed the federal government money this year. Talk about like a really fucking stupid reason to owe the government because I didn't clock, right? Like talk about like, is there a dumber reason? Like I owe them taxes because I didn't work as much as I didn't clock as much hours as I did. And because of that, I couldn't, put money into a savings account. Like, is there a dumber reason to owe the federal government taxes? Like the state, they gave me some money back, but it's like, the government was like, oh, you didn't, invest enough money into the, into retirement. Looks like you owe us money. Anyway, like I shouldn't complain. I was able to put some money into an IRA, so I didn't owe as much as I didn't pay them as much as I needed to, but extension. Oh right, yeah, yeah. I mean, I hope you'll still do it soon, though, right? Like, I hope, please. But yeah, that was a stupid moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do I owe the government money? Do they not see how fucking like? Well, that's the reality, right? Like, I'm not poor. I'm not poor. Like, we're like, I have enough money to weather like a lot of things. But I also think it's really fucking stupid that I have to pay the government just because, like I don't know, because I. And actually, that's the dumb reason, right? Like they treated, they're like yes, the state, or I guess it's the state, yeah, gave me money, and they because for like scholarships and grants and stuff, like because I'm a student, right, or I was a student, right. So they taxed me on that, and it's like on one hand I think that's stupid. On the other hand, I understand, but it was a few $100s, or it was more. It was almost. I almost owed $1,000, and after I locked up like 5K in a retirement account, they're like, oh, okay, in that case, well, you only owe $500 or some shit like that, and I'm like, not only do I have another $5,000 that's now tied up into a retirement account that I can't access until I'm like, presumably until I'm going to be like 65 or 70 or something, but I still owe these people $500. Like, anyway, annoying to say the least. It could have been worse. I'm not going to complain. This was the whole reason why I've left all this money sitting in the shower. Oh yeah, okay. Well, actually, so here's the thing. I haven't had dinner yet, so I'm gonna go have dinner and then I'm gonna come back and work on this. So how about we just break for the time being? I think that I need to stop, bitching about taxes, and I need to, actually get shit done. So as a Monaristy and I think Skullmeat popped by. Skullmeat went to sleep, but he popped by earlier. So thanks for popping by. Take care, stay safe, come back. Yeah. Well, I mean, it might be pretty late, so I wouldn't stay up for it. But yeah, I just want to get this done before. Well, here's the thing. I gotta meet, or we're having a morning meeting with our PI tomorrow, so I want this done by then. So I will be back, but don't wait. If I'm not back, yeah, exactly. This is why. Why else would I be here on? Well, I'd be here on Sunday anyway. Yeah, that's true. But anyway, you can go take your shower. I'll go eat and relax, and then I'll come back. But it might be pretty late in the evening, so I wouldn't wait for it. Anyway, yeah, catch you later or whenever. Yeah, not necessarily later, but at some point. Yeah. Anyway, see ya. Let's go to.